Okay, welcome everybody to our team training and inspiration tonight. We are so excited to have you guys all here. We know that your schedule is busy, that your lives are jam-packed with important things, but we also know how important it is to stay tuned in, to be inspired, to continue to learn from other people. And I've always been someone that's firmly felt like you can learn from anybody, whether they're a silver ambassador, a gold ambassador, an emerald ambassador, or a diamond ambassador. And tonight we're featuring different team members that are growing their business that have had some really great success. And they're going to share some of their different tips for growing a business so that you don't always have to just hear from us as you're, simple. Sharing Plexus is simple. And we had a Super Silver Saturday on Saturday, which was a series of videos put together by different leaders about how easy it is to go silver and really why everybody would want to do that. And so we want to draw your attention to that and continue to encourage you to share with every single new ambassador that you signed up last month, everybody that you sign up this month, to send them that series and ask them if they would watch it and give you some feedback. Find out what they think about it. Find out where they are with that and start utilizing that system. Another thing that we wanted to announce that we are excited about is that, as your leaders, we have loved the training and skills that we have learned from Bob Heilig's Legacy Leadership Academy. Many of you have been interested in that. He did a team call for us last month. And oh my goodness, somebody's trying to call me right now. That's hilarious. Decline. I am not available. And he is opening up this little 5-day challenge that Sonia Gilson, a senior Ruby on our team, is going to explain to you right now. And she's also going to share her experience being a member of the Legacy Leadership Academy. So are you there, Sonia?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me? Okay. So yes, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Legacy Leadership Academy and the free training that Bob is offering. So I signed up for Legacy Leadership Academy pretty much right away, and I have not utilized it to its fullest capacity, but absolutely love what he talks about and kind of his background philosophy. I also went to his Impact and Growth Summit last year, which was in, I believe, April, and I'm planning to go again this year. So just was looking through some notes from last year. So Bob Heilig, if you don't know him, he's an amazing network marketing coach. He has a background in network marketing, and he wants to do network marketing a different way than what has been done. He likes network marketing the way we do it with love, rather than just focusing on money. So he talks about making an impact in the world and not just growing a business. And he talks about focusing on the lives changed and not just money made. And I think that's what we focus on a lot in our group and in our family here. But that's kind of his background philosophy. So the opportunity that we all have starting on February 11th, he's doing a 5-day challenge called Revive Your Downline, and registration is open now. There's a Facebook group, and there's also a PDF that you can print off that has kind of the outline of every day. And just for day one, he talks about not being the expert and using third-party tools. Is that brand new to everybody? It shouldn't be, because that's what we've always been talking about. So some of it will be brand new, and some of it will just be reinforcing things that we already should be doing, which is great, because that means that we're doing that things the right way. So That's going to last 5 days. And then at the end of that 5 days, he's going to offer a free 2-week enrollment into his Legacy Leadership Academy. And so anybody who participates and registers for the 5-day challenge can try out that group for 2 weeks for free. And there's going to be 2 different things that he's going to be doing in that time. And so you can go through that. And then at the end of the 2 weeks, you can decide if you want to pay money and continue with it. He only opens registration a couple of times a year. So this is a time to think about it. Whether you're just beginning your business or you feel like you're stuck, this would be a great thing to invest in. He offers monthly payments. It's cheaper if you do it for the full year. But it's really been beneficial. And I know Brooke and Emily are both very active in it and have gotten a lot out of it. I'm going to post the link after I stop talking in the comments if nobody has done that.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. I mean, I think like Emily and has said in the comments, and Sonia here, like it's really one of those things that even if you're a silver or a gold or a senior gold ambassador and you're thinking, is it really worth investing that? If you want to learn how to do network marketing the right way, that's obviously what we're teaching you. But sometimes you need that third-party validation as well. And you need to learn from as many people as you can that are really doing it the right way and teaching it the right way. And oftentimes it's beneficial to hear from somebody else that really has that experience. And so he'll reinforce, but he'll also teach you new ways and things that will really help you. And I feel like a lot of times people are impatient with their journey, right? We're impatient. We think like, oh my gosh, this should be easier. This should go faster. And really it's a learning process. And he really also teaches to embrace that. It's like overnight, you're not going to become a network marketing rock star. Okay, that's okay, honey. So it's going to take some time, but in the process, you're not only going to become a better network marketer, you are also going to become a better person. And that is really what network marketing can do for you. You are not only going to grow an amazing business and make a lot of money, because there is nothing wrong with that. That is part of fulfilling your purpose, is making more so that you can give more, but you are also going to learn how to be a better person. And that's what it's truly about. So we get to turn the time over now to some amazing leaders that have been doing some fantastic stuff. And the first person that's going to share with us tonight is Hannah. And Hannah just went Senior Ruby. She is the youngest Senior Ruby on our team, and we're excited to learn from her tonight. Hannah, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me? Okay. Hi, I'm Hannah Wright. I'm a Senior Ruby ambassador. I am married as of 2 years next Monday, and I live in downtown Salt Lake City. I wanted to talk a little bit about kind of what happened this last month and kind of facing the fears that I had in anticipation of going Senior Ruby this month or in January. One thing that I had to do was prepare, right? Side note, in my husband's psychology class, he's been learning about stress and how stress is the body's reaction to fear. And so I was feeling that hardcore. But I started to prepare emotionally by keeping my head trash in check. I did it physically with graphics and setting up incentives, calculating the goals of my girls and what they're wanting to accomplish. And I was feeling really pumped and prepared, and I was really excited. But when January 1st hit, I felt like a ton of bricks had just landed on me. I was terrified for what the month was about to bring. I was terrified to go Senior Ruby. I was terrified of falling short in points, in leadership, in just in my worth. I was afraid to put myself out there even more out of my comfort zone. I was afraid of being a leader because I didn't want to be a bad one. I wanted to be a good leader. And so I was terrified of the whole thing. All of these fears came in the front of my mind, and which was really scary at the beginning of a rank up month. But as Bob Heilig says, fear is a pathway to our purpose. And as long as you're on the right path of your true purpose, fear is going to be a constant companion. The purpose of that fear is to motivate action. When we're trying something new or where things are at stake, that fear will arise. But one thing that I love that he says is that it's not about being fearless. That's why we always hear this saying, do it scared. I personally love that saying. I love that saying with my team. As a young wedding photographer, I started when I was 18. I would show up to these weddings and looking like I was in 7th grade and trying to take charge. And I love that saying, just do it scared, because it's just what you need to do. And it's about being courageous. It's not about being fearless. And having that fear is a good thing. It means that something big is about to happen. Finding our purpose and fear are forever tied together. These are all a lot of notes from Bob Hyland, who I love. When you face the fears and head straight into those fears, that's when you begin finding your purpose. When I was newly married so long ago, 2 years ago, it was a big time of facing fears. I started to play soccer again in downtown Salt Lake City, and I hadn't played in years, and I was scared that I had lost my touch and all of my skill. When I started this network marketing business, I was terrified of what people would think and the thoughts of others on social media and in my family. I started working out again, and I was so scared because I was nervous to see that my body had changed and that I was not as in shape as I used to be in high school. It's not about being fearless at all. It's about recognizing that fear and facing it head on. Through hard work of me and my team, we were able to overcome and face those terrifying things we were so scared of. And that fear was trying to protect us from, and we did become a senior Ruby team this last month, which was really exciting. I am so thankful for Plexus and the growth that I've learned, and learning to face my fears and grow as a person, and I'm just thankful for this business. Thanks for listening.
You are just, yeah. That's right. You are just a beautiful person. And when I think of Hannah, I think pure of heart. She is just a pure heart with nothing but good intentions. And that is why you are so successful. Your experience doesn't matter, guys. We want you to know that you don't have to be super experienced and have all the skills. But when your heart is in the right place and you lead with your heart and not just your head, amazing things can happen, because you are going to be scared crapless when you do things that you're not used to doing. That is normal. But that fear, like she said, that is because you're on the precipice of greatness and you're about to do something that's going to change your life for the better, and it's going to expand you. And we're so proud of you and the example that you are to everyone else of doing things scared and facing your fears. And we love you big. Yes, big hearts. So we get to turn the time over to Bev, who is another amazing senior Ruby on our team. Bev, are you there? Is she there? Let's see. Are we having unmuting problems?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
There you are.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, can everybody just get up and do a little dance for Hannah? I'm like so
Yes.
excited. Woo! Oh my gosh. How exciting. I mean, Hannah, I know you're young enough to be my daughter, so I don't want to sound condescending, but I am so proud of you. I mean, when I saw that she hit that, I had to send her a little voice recording and just say, oh my gosh, I mean, you really are young enough to be my daughter. And I know how hard you've had to work to get to that point, because I just got there myself and I'm a lot older than you. And it was hard for me to get there. So kudos to you. But I just kind of want to piggyback what she said just for a second. I just read a Harvard study, and the Harvard study was all about if you're not outside your comfort zone, you're not growing as a person. It's an amazing, I'm going to have to share that with you guys somehow. Maybe Brooke, I'll share it with you to share with everyone. But it's so amazing. And it talked a little bit about how courage, we measure courage by vulnerability. And if we're being vulnerable and putting ourselves out there, that is how the best measurement of courage. So I thought that was really interesting. If you're not outside your comfort zone, you're not growing. And so, and it doesn't matter what job or what realm that is. But I just felt a little tonight, just inspired to talk a little bit about when you're sharing Plexus, keep it simple. I think that we are all maybe overthinking this. I know me, the longer I do it now, I'm beginning to overthink it a little bit. At the beginning, it was just like, blah, 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 talk to everybody. And then I started overthinking things. How many of you maybe are stuck in overthinking it a little bit? I don't know how many of you feel like that. Just try to keep it as simple as possible. And I wrote down just a few things on doing that, what it might look like. I keep my conversations about Plexus really casual. I don't, have any notes or get all nervous about it. But wherever I'm at, I just discuss Plexus with pretty much everyone now. So my husband has dubbed me the crazy gut health lady. I'm sure you've all heard that from your husbands. But I think as a few good tips are, give people the short, condensed version of your 10-chapter story as well. How many of us, when we're sharing Plexus, we might go into just a little bit of a discourse that we have rehearsed so many times that it sounds rehearsed. So the other day I was signing up a lady and she said, the reason that I'm doing this is because you're so genuine about it. You really care about what you're talking about. You really are caring about this business. And so try to be as genuine as possible, even if you've said the same story 1,000 times. And maybe try to condense it just a smidge because I feel like sometimes the more I talk, the people are like, oh my gosh, get her out of here. She is just like rambling on. So give them the short condensed version of your 10-chapter story, and then ask them questions about what they're struggling with. When I recently talked to Brooke, she gave me some pointers on this. She's really good about asking questions and listening. Emily, you are too, though. Emily she'll ask you a question and then you're like, oh, wait, let me think about that a second. So ask a question about their health concerns, what they're going through. I'm a big person in sharing a testimony. I tell everybody, if I love a book, I'm reading a book, so I tell everybody about the book. If I, found a pair of black pants that make my rear end look slimmer, I'm going to tell everybody about those black pants. So, whatever it is, share your heartfelt testimony about how Plexus has helped you, and then invite people boldly. And when I mean boldly, I don't mean, maybe you should I say, let's give this a try. Give this a shot. And I invite people very boldly to do so. So don't wishy-washy around. I have a good friend and we call her the closer. Her name is Dory. And in the business world with plastic surgeons, she was the closer. And she could close any deal. She's great. She's also great at Plexus. She's almost senior gold. She's doing amazing. But that became her nickname. So one mistake I've seen myself make in the business so far is when you ask boldly for someone to try Plexus, don't wait till tomorrow to do it. That is where my biggest mistake I have gone wrong is I'll say, I'll call you tomorrow, or call me tomorrow, or I'll catch you, we might be somewhere and it's not a convenient time to sign them up. So for me, and then it's that missed opportunity and it might not come back around. So I don't know how many of you feel that way, but keep your sharing Plexus, just keep it simple. You know, keep it simple, direct, to the point, and it doesn't have to be this long, drawn out ordeal. Man, just sign them up right when you're talking to them about it and get them going. There
Amen to that.
And if you and just get all their information on a piece of paper and put it in later.
Yeah, there's no reason to wait, because the longer you make people wait, the more they second guess, because everybody gets analysis paralysis and they'll think about all the different reasons why maybe they shouldn't do it, or maybe they should look into this or that or whatever. And if they're feeling inspired and excited, that's what we call operating your business with an extreme sense of urgency. It's not fear. It's not like scarcity or anything like that. It's just like, hey, I know this is important, so I am going to drop what I'm doing. I'm going to at least get their information if I can't get them on the phone, and I'm going to go ahead and do this for them now. That is operating your business with an extreme sense of urgency. Just understanding that, you know, maybe you were wishy-washy for a long time, and maybe it would have been helpful if someone was just more direct with you. And that is really just caring and being passionate about people. So now we get to hear from Natalie, and I love the topic that she's going to talk on, and it goes so well with this.
Hi, can you hear me? Woo! I'm excited to be here tonight. I am pumped up. I have to say hi to my nephew, Dino. Hi, Dino. I love you. He's giving me kisses and waves.
He said, hi, Aunt Nat. And before that, he was saying, hello, Beth. Can you hear me? Hello.
All right. I want you to raise your hand if you have ever heard the statement or said the statement to yourself, I am not good at selling. How many of you ever have heard or said this statement, nobody is going to be able to afford these products? Right? How many of you have ever said or heard the statement, all I'm getting is no's? How many of you, when they put out the $1.99 packets, as Christy Jux would say, had some sweat tacos, or maybe had to run to the bathroom to have a Plexus moment really quick because you're like, oh my gosh, nobody's gonna buy $1.99 welcome packs, right? Okay, who's with me? Okay, well, here's what I have to say to that. You ready? I need everybody to come with me. Ready? Okay, come on, let's go. I'm the middle for a reason. I get the energy up. Can you hear it? I see you if you're not dancing. Woo! All right, guess what, you guys? I've got this feeling in my bones. And let me tell you what it is. When I ask you the question, what do you sell? What do you think the answer is? Most of you are going to say Plexus supplements. That is wrong. You do not sell Plexus supplements. Let me tell you what you do sell. So I know you all are noticing my cute little fingernails that I just got painted today. I did the dippy nails. When I went to see my guy, Billy, he didn't sell me nail polish. He sold me amazing nails that make me feel sexy. I feel beautiful, all of those things, right? I love my nails, not because of the nail polish, because of the way that it makes me feel. I just put this beautiful shiplap up on my wall in my house, and I love it. When the guy came to put it up, he didn't sell me nails and boards. He sold me like comfort and warmth. And when I walk by that wall, I am so dang happy because I love it. That's what he sold me. So when I talk to people about Plexus, when I sell Plexus, what do I sell? For me, when I think about my story, yeah, I have Hashimoto's. Yeah, I was tired as crap. Yeah, I was addicted to Diet Coke. But when I got on Plexus supplements, what did Emily Gibson and Brooke Hemingway sell me? They sold me my life back. They sold me the feeling like I can feel like myself again. And that to me is so priceless. So what is that worth to you? What is that worth to other people in your life? So I'm going to ask you now, what do you sell when you sell Plexus? Write it in the comments. Type it in the comments. Value results, relief, freedom, community, feelings, health. Awesome. What feeling, Kara Allen? happiness, energy, happiness, 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 amazing mood, health and happiness. I put down, I sell self-love. I sell confidence. I sell connection. I sell longevity. All of those things, guys. Gut health is great. It's not about gut health. It's about the feeling that you get when you take these products and you feel better, right? That's what we're selling. And that's what I want you to remember when you're reaching out to people. And like Bev said, share your story, but share your story and how it made you feel when you started taking Plexus, right? Yeah, we all have more energy. We all aren't tired anymore. We're not all, addicted to Diet Coke. And those are great. And I love those. But how did it really make you feel? Because those are the results people want, right? They don't want the nail polish. They want the sexy feeling behind the nail polish, right? Okay. So I'm like pumped up tonight. It might be the MetaBurn. It might be the MetaBurn. I'm pumped up. All right. Okay. So when we talk about abundance versus scarcity, we hear that stuff all the time. That is the feeling that you get, right? When we talk about abundance, it's all those things that you guys just listed. It's happiness, it's connection, it's longevity. It's a feeling of feeling like yourself again. So if you're not feeling those things in your business, who is it that you need to become to be able to feel those and share those feelings, right? What do you need to do in your life? Like Bev said, be bold, right? Think about those reasons why you started Plexus in the first place and how you feel now that you've been on Plexus. And as far as the $199 packs, you guys, that is the full rainbow that we are offering people right now, right? When you first opened your bag of Skittles, did you just try one? Heck no. You ate the whole bag. And off of that whole bag, what did you find? You found the 3 or 4 best flavors that you love that you don't want to share with anybody else, right? No, you found the 4 best flavors that you absolutely love. That's what they're getting when they're getting the $199 welcome pack, right? They're getting a full bag of Skittles that then they can see all of the whole rainbow, right? It's a beautiful, amazing rainbow. And then they can pick which ones work for them best based on that. And that's the beauty of the $199 welcome pack. That's the abundance that we're giving people. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, but tell me one more thing, because
Yes.
you were talking about this the other day and you're like, there will always be people.
Oh, yes. Okay. So I didn't want to carry too much over with my other silver talk. So no matter how much Plexus charges for products, there will always be somebody, no matter how little Plexus charges for products, there will always be somebody that can't afford it. But no matter how much Plexus charges for products, there will always be people that can't afford it. And who are we to decide what they can and can't afford, right? You want to work with the people that can afford it. And so that's where your abundance mindset needs to go. So there you go.
Amen.
And eat
and
all the
you
Skittles.
don't get to judge who's going to pay for it. It's your job to present them with the full bag of Skittles and all of the wonderful things that we have. And with that feeling and with that community and with that happiness, that's your job. That is what you are really promoting and selling. And as you do that, you're going to experience more joy in what you're doing too. You're going to love it because you won't feel like a salesperson. You won't feel like you're just selling vitamins. You will feel like you are really selling this amazing community, company, friendships, and products. It's all of the things together. So I absolutely love that message. Okay, we're going to pass the baton now to Phyllis. I hope you guys are getting a lot out of this because I'm just loving this and loving learning from these ladies tonight. Phyllis, are you ready?
Yes, I'm here and ready. I just have to say, oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, there's some major value in all of you. I just love you all. Everyone that's presented, you humble me big time. So hopefully I can meet you where you just brought it. Okay, so I am here to talk about being purpose-driven, unbreakable, on fire, and unstoppable. I'm going to cram it into 6 minutes or less. Go, Phyllis. Let's try it. Okay, so first of all, I have some questions I have to ask you. If you want to be any of that, you got to know what your purpose is, or you need to at least be asking yourself, what is my purpose? Why am I here on this earth? If you haven't figured it out yet, you need to spend some quiet time. Okay. Also, what is your why? Like, why are you here? Why are you taking Plexus supplements? What has it done for you? And doggone it, why aren't you sharing it if you aren't already? Because you should be. Okay. So part of what is your why is like, why am I doing this? Like, what dreams do you have? Like, those are some things that we sat down at the beginning of the year, my husband and I said, honey, just sit with me. Like, let's just dream massive. Let's just dream big and let's write it down. I don't care how ridiculous it is. Let's write it down. So we did. Okay. So I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Like, don't hold back. If you want to just think ridiculous because you're too afraid to dream big, just think ridiculous. Okay. And write it down. Okay. Because it should scare you, right? We've talked a lot about doing things scared. Okay. Because if you're not doing it scared, I don't know what you're doing, because everything should scare you if you're jumping outside your comfort zone. So I have to just say, my husband and I, a couple years ago, before Plexus, we wrote down some our needs, because we had a list of needs that we needed to take care of. And then we set some goals for ourselves of like, wouldn't this be cool? Some wants for the year. I put it on my iPad. I literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 through 10, whatever. We got down to the last thing on the bottom was we wanted to go to Mexico. And I was like, that is such a reach for us. We are not going to Mexico this year. I put it on the dang iPad. Not only did we slay all of our needs, but we freaking went to Mexico. And my husband went to Mexico again, like actually the week before our family went to Mexico with his brother on a surf trip. So write it down. If you're a prayerful person, write your prayers down. Write a prayer list. It's crazy what happens when you write it down. Okay. Set your goals, and don't just set them like, oh, I'm going to do this. Put a date, like put an end date with it. Okay. Let's see. Trust God for abundance, and don't feel guilty for your wants. Okay. Cause that's something I've been struggling with a little bit. I was like, oh, these are my wants, but is it greedy wants? Anyway, just write it down. Just write it down and let God figure out what you're going to get first. Okay. Because if you really trust in him, I'm sorry, I'm a Christian woman. I cannot do this without bringing God in. So there you go. But yeah, I want you to just trust in God, put it to the universe, whatever it is. If you are willing to show up, then God's going to use you for all this greatness. Okay. But I'm going to ask you another hard question. What's holding you back? Is it you? Are you standing in your way? It is not your friends. It's not your family. It's not your coworkers. It's not your neighbors, because those are all excuses. It is simply you. Okay. So my family, I have to share this. My family is 50-50 with Plexus. I got 50% of them on it. I got 50% of them that have tried it. And I got 50% of them that are sharing it. Well, maybe it's 33% each, right? 33. But either way, so some of them are in, some of them are out. Did that stop me from going Emerald? No, it didn't. My team is growing, and I am not letting that stop me. So I want you guys to know that just because you get a no, or just because you get some rejection, that's not you. It's not about you. It's more about them. Okay. So I choose to run with those people on my team who are runners. And I am not going to lament, not a second, over the ones that didn't join me or have left me. Because guess what? The ones that leave you, most of them come back to you, just FYI. And then they start sharing. That's pretty awesome. But anyway, don't cry over that. Move forward. Okay, so one thing I'm doing that has just got me on fire is I'm reaching out again. I got into what they called management mode, and I kept thinking, what is management mode? I don't really kind of understand that, but I sort of think I understand it. Management mode was I was so overwhelmed by a team that was moving fast and growing, and I was like, well, I'll just support them, because that's kind of all I can do right now is support them. And then I was still signing people up. I never stopped signing people up, but I wasn't signing 24 people up a month like I did in the beginning, or 17 or 24 again, or 18 or whatever. But now this month I just signed up 6. And I'm 19 months in, and they were all $1.99 welcome packs. Taste the rainbow. Yes, Natalie. Yes. So I'm reaching out again, and I am I'm showing my team like, hey, this is what you do. This is, get the fire, post every day. When you work, your team works. When you stop, your team stops, totally stops. I've seen this on my team. This is part of my struggle, is that you lose some people, your team stops. So personal growth. It's all good though. Okay. Okay, my team. I have to just talk about my team for a minute. They're getting really good about reaching out. And is it still scary for them to reach out? Oh, heck yeah. We're all reaching out together, and we created a little Silver and Beyond team thread where all our newbies, we said, who wants to share, but you're terrified to share? Who wants to be a part of this group? They were like, yeah, me. So we threw them all in this little group. And so now when somebody shares or posts, we're like, hey, show some love. And then they get to see each other sharing. Is it perfect? No, but it's progress. Okay. And we said, if you're afraid to share, that's right. Everybody's scared to death, but that means you're doing it right. And before they know it, I told them you're going to be a pro, but you have to start somewhere, right? And I tell them it's better to be real than perfect, because nobody understands perfect. Can I see a show of hands? Who's perfect? Exactly. My point. Exactly. So get rid of negativity, jealousy, or comparison. Oh my God, stop it. You are you. There's nobody else out there like you. So just do you, because all that garbage will never, ever, ever serve you. It is not going to grow your team. So what you need to do is act with urgency. I am going to say the word fearlessness, and compassion. So just get the mind trash, throw it away, put it where it belongs, in the garbage, and just click send. Post in, click send. And you're going to get some no's, but you're going to get some yeses. And if you never get through all those no's to get to that awesome yes, you just gave up. Don't give up on yourself. Okay. When you lead with your heart, you will fly. And I love that, because it's so true. If you're leading with your heart, you cannot go wrong here. And momentum is your best friend. I have a book to share, and then I'm wrapping it up. This is What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. This was one of the very first books I read, and I needed it bad because I had some negativity and I was saying some negative things about myself, and it was not good. So this book is great. So lastly, wrapping it up, we are the health and happiness company. People need what we have. Don't let those negative voices keep you from sharing. This world needs happiness. And I say our products were meant to be shared, not kept under a bushel. We have a light that needs to be shined upon anyone who will try it. Amen.
Amen. Amen. And you're such an example of just what I say, like just being faithful to the process. Just being faithful and showing up and being consistent. And Phyllis hasn't had a cakewalk of a journey. Like nobody here that shared has had a cakewalk of a journey. But when you are faithful with what you have been given, and by faithful, I mean you show up when it's a good day, when it's a bad day, when it's an awesome day and everybody's joining, and when it's a day when everyone's saying no and everyone's quitting. That is what faithful is. And when you're faithful with what you're giving, it makes you stronger, and it makes your belief stronger. And you also rely on the right things then. And so I love your example of just being that person that is faithful to the process and understanding that all things happen in the right time. So we get to hear from one more leader that is actually attending Silver Stars this weekend with Janelle Mathieson. So Nicole Brinkerhoff and Janelle Mathieson are going to Silver Stars on February 10th. And Nicole is going to share with us some of her tips now. She's a senior gold ambassador closing in on Ruby, maybe this month. We're excited about that. So Nicole, take it away.
Okay, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes. Okay,
perfect. Okay, I've been thinking about what I want to share for a little bit today, and I've kind of gone all over the place, but I want to start with this. I don't know about the rest of you, but I always cringe when people say sell. I just, inside, part of me dies a little bit. when somebody says sell, because I feel so strongly that I do not want to be perceived as a salesperson. I am not a salesperson. I am your friend. I am somebody that you can consult with. I'm a trusted advisor. And what I have is not something I'm selling to you. I'm not selling products. I have solutions, and maybe your problems will match those solutions. I say that because I feel like this is a business of influence. The degree of your success in this business has to do with the degree that you can influence people as a person. And I don't know about you, but I'm not more turned off by anyone in the world than a salesperson. I walk into a store and they say, hey, can we help you with something? I'm already like, don't talk to me. No, you can't help me with anything. I already know everything. Don't talk to me. I don't want people to perceive me that way. And nobody wants to be approached that way either. So if you started sharing and thought to yourself, I am not good at sales. Good, wonderful. You're in the greatest place, because we don't want salespeople here. We want friends, and we want trust, and we want influence, because what we have here are products that will change lives, literally. I have so much confidence in these products now. I've seen over 200 people do these products, and I can promise you with so much confidence in my heart that if they are consistent and they let you help coach them, that they will see life-changing results. They will see life-changing results. And when you have water in the desert, it is your opportunity to share with people who are dying because of health problems that they have. That's what got me into this business, and that's what keeps me going all of the time. Preston Pugmire says, I want you to have peace in your heart and money in your pocket, in that order. And I agree with that 100%. Like Phyllis said, if you lead with your heart, you will have success in this business. And you won't have to think about the dollars, although they'll keep coming to you. Believe me, they come. You are very well compensated in this business. But if you keep people at the forefront, you will always succeed. And that means learning how to become a better influencer. John Maxwell says that leadership is influence. Influence is leadership. And so if you want to know how to improve your business, you improve yourself and your relationships with those around you. So I just, I wanted to share this with you. This is from John Maxwell's book, Developing the Leader in You. He spoke at our last convention. Just a little plug for convention. Even if you go for no other reason than the trainers they bring in, it will totally change your life. And I have really high hopes of who's going to be coming this year. Really high hopes. I'll be really sad if a certain somebody doesn't come. Anyway, I just want to share this with you. This is his little, you probably can't see this very well, so maybe I'll take a picture and post it later, but this is his pyramid of leadership, and I want to tell you about the 5 different levels of leadership. The first level of leadership is position, and that is that people follow you because you're an authority or because they have to. I think we kind of all work through these levels. When I started posting about Plexus, I was going crazy about the research and posting all these articles about gut health. I was just like voraciously hungry about the knowledge and posting it everywhere. And so eventually people started saying, hey, it sounds like you know a little bit about this stuff. Why don't you share? They were coming to me because I was in a position of leadership and knowledge on gut health. That's great, but that's only going to get you so far. The second level of leadership is permission. And that means that people follow you because they want to. That means that you have earned your stripes and have shown that you are going to be in the trenches with people and that you're consistent. It means that you don't post once a month and then not again for another 3 months. You earn people's trust because you're consistent in what you do. And so they give you permission to lead them. That's the second level. The third level is production. This is when you start reaching some rock star levels. You start attaining things like silver or gold or silver stars. You reach the leaders board one week and people are like, wow, she knows what she's doing. Let's talk to her. That kind of fame and glory fades quickly, but nevertheless, it gets people's attention and they want to know what you're doing, to understand what you're doing. So that's good too. But that's only the third level of leadership. The fourth is people development. When you invest in your friendship and in your people, and when you've deposited into their relationship bank account and they know that you care about them, you influence them because they know that they are your priority. not a product, not your pocketbook. They are your priority, and they know that about you, and they trust you. The very last one is the pinnacle of leadership, and that is respect. People follow you because of who you are and what you represent. This company is a personal development plan with compensation attached. And I promise you, as you learn to love people, to lose yourself, to work as hard as they're willing to work, and like Phyllis said, if you stop working, so does everybody else. You are your team's biggest rock star. So you get into the trenches, you put your blinders on, you don't care about your paycheck, you set a goal to help as many people as you can, because you know that you are called to this for a reason, and people need you to show up. You work your guts out, and then you start flying to Hawaii and going to spas and resorts and whatever else, all of those other perks. But at the end of the day, you're here because you love people, and then they love you. That's all.
That was a perfect way to end the call. And yeah, I think we could all give her a round of applause. There's a beautiful little book that I'm reading right now called The Go-Giver. And it talks a lot about these concepts, and that your paycheck and your value and your success really has more to do with how much you give than what you get, and how much value you add to people. And not thinking about the dollar sign and all of your intentions coming from a place of, it's not even the concept of win-win, because that implies that there's okay, it's got to be fair. It's got to be fair for you. It's got to be fair for me, but more about giving them even more than what they expect. And by that, we don't mean like giving them more money or giving them more incentive or anything like that. It's adding more value in the way of the relationship, in your follow-up, and really caring about what's going on with them. And that is what brings you true success. And so I love that message where you just talked about loving people well, and how these products really do change people's lives. And if that is your focus, all the other business actions, those are actions and steps and things that you need to learn. And of course, those are the tools that you need to learn. Anybody can learn those tools. Anybody can learn how to message people. Anybody can learn how to post. Anybody can learn those steps. But the heart of it all is how you love people, how you reach out to them, how you care for them once they're started. And we can all improve on that as well. And so I've absolutely loved the messages that we heard tonight. I hope you guys have loved them as well. And I hope that this February, your heart is on fire. Our desire for February is that we literally blow this thing up, that we develop as many silvers as we can. Because what does that really mean, developing silvers? Well, yes, it means people earn some great bonuses. Absolutely, that means that for our new people. But it also means that we have more people that can afford their products, that stay on their products, so that they can have those life-changing results. It also means that more people are brought into our network. They get to experience this community and the feeling that we bring of love and embracing people on their health journey, on their happiness journey. And it gives more people the opportunity to hear about what we have. That's why we want more people to go silver, because we know what we have is worth it. And so I implore you guys to utilize those tools, utilize the training, utilize the things that you know are going to help you to help people go silver, are going to help you to go silver. And that at the heart of all of it is that we want to share this amazing, amazing gift that we have found with people that we love, and even people that we don't know, right? That we grow to love. So that's the heart of it all this February. We're excited to move into this month. It's a short month, and so a lot of action happening now. We're not waiting until the end of the month. We're working right now. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of a preview. Thursday night, there's going to be an opportunity call all about, the things that we love about Plexus, that you can tune potentials into, that you can tune into, that you can tune your new ambassadors into, and you can invite them to invite people that they love to hear about Plexus. Also, next Monday night, we have a special treat. We get to hear from Melody Hopius. She's an Emerald ambassador that went Emerald December 31st, and last week she already earned every single prize in the convention contest. And so we're going to hear from her as to how that happened. brand and what she's doing. And I know that we're all going to learn so much for that. So I want to encourage you guys to tune in next week for that. And just know, yes, holy crap, Hannah is right. Just know how much we love you, how much we love this company, we love these products, and how blessed we feel to have each and every one of you on this journey with us, because it really is just a learning journey and a growing journey attached to a really fantastic compensation plan. All right, guys, have a great night. Thank you.